Today, I thought we could deviate from where we've been a little bit. I want to go over to this line. Just call me the eyeliner. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Splatoon 2. Last time, it was the turn of... I make it sound like it's the Millennium or something like that. No, it was the turn of the mini Splatling. Oh, we got cassette tapes, and I thought those were Game Boy Advance cartridges for a second. Defeat all enemies, and we gotta use a charger. Oh, we're using grappling hooks. Oh, this is wild. I'm looking at this, and I'm a big fan right away. This is pretty cool. I have to go this way. These guys have longer range than you do, Agent 8. I guess longer range than even an E-liter, because that was an option that was available. Okay, reloading. Hit that. That's just eggs. Oh. Hop. There we go. Ready for you. Just gotta do it whenever they're cooling down. Got you. I always thought that the legendary birds in Pokemon Red, they go like got you, and I always read it as like got you, but like a baby saying it. I don't know, I just always read it that way. Probably not the threatening aura that they were trying to go for with those encounters being special. Is that guy in range? No, he's not. Okay, let's just go. That. Gonna go over here. Oh, it's hot here. Gotcha. I know I could have just shot him and I turned away from him to like shoot the balloon, but come on. You've seen my sniping. If I can take an easier shot, I'm gonna take it. Down you go. There that is. Oh my, how are they seeing me from? I guess they did warn me, to be fair. Here we go. Not reloading enough is my trouble. I'm noticing that I just keep not reloading enough. That's gonna be armor, I bet. No, just more eggs in a, some kind of military container or something. I wish that was armor now. Stay back. Stay back. Stay low. Stay focused. Okay, I can swim and charge. This is not a splatter scope. Oh god, I need to not play with fire. Can't even hit that, jeez. Going. That is a stingray, hell yeah. Let's take out the guys on top of the tower. They can see me from pretty much anywhere. Those seem to be the most dangerous. 3 left, just 3 to go. This music just makes me feel so powerful. Oh, hi. Almost didn't see you there, buddy. That would have been terrible. No, I can't make that jump. I'm not even gonna try. I'll take that. Going up. And then pop that. 1 left. All's well that ends well. Where is this last target? I've been super quiet because I'm so scared of messing up at this point, because that's happened to me before where I felt like I did something in one try and then I say that and then Ink rail. I guess that's how you were intended to get over there and kill those guys if you didn't use the stingray. Where is oh! He's just sitting over there, hasn't even noticed me yet. He's like, hey guys, where did everybody go? 2,000 points and in 1 attempt. All eyes station, because it's the eyeline, yeah. What next? I think, I ate? Yeah, I ate something. 10-4, good buddy, radio station. They're all different stations, so I think that's really funny that it's radio station. Radio station is pretty special. It's our only chance ever to use Dapple Doolies. So we'll take this opportunity and go. On the note of weapons that you only get a single chance to use, I'd like to tell you about the weapons that you get 0 chances to use. So, as it turns out, Octo Expansion was not the final update to Splatoon 2. They introduced 4 new weapons after Octo Expansion. which are the Ballpoint, the Nautilus, the Explosher, and the Bloblobber. As such, those weapons don't appear in Octo Expansion as they were not yet released at the time. It's just sort of an interesting little quirk with it where, yeah, they just could not stop giving us more and more free updates. On that note, what is it with like Nintendo and like the whole like release it now, finish it later approach and like not being all that good at it? I've noticed that a lot lately and I'm like, dude, you guys get it so right with Splatoon. There's so many free updates for Splatoon, the updates are really sizable, the game's always really exciting, it launches with a pretty decent amount of content in it. I don't know, it does kind of bother me. I guess like game companies just don't really feel as pressured to release full products these days. Because, you know, the internet could always patch that, but it's gonna really suck whenever anything goes offline. I'm just getting into an age-old debate now that we've always been into. I need to use my curling bombs more. This can go over those. Got you. Oh, what? Ambush! Ambush, 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 ambush! Get out of here, please! I am changing my clothes, don't peep on me! Oh, God. I did change my clothes, my armor came off. Did you think I was just doing a thing? No, I wasn't. Oh my, I am always just barely too short range to play this. This is why I'm gonna need a guest for this episode whenever we get to the Dapple Dualies. Okay, chip that. No. Not quite enough damage. Frickin'. I know the Twincicles have more health, but yikes. I am damaged. I have one life to live. I'm gonna go for a different approach here. Let's take out the guys on top. Oh, the other flank is the better one to go because that guy doesn't have a shield. And I can also do this. Huh. I'm gonna go down there just to make sure oh, nah, I don't really need to do that. There's not really secrets in Octo Expansion, so I can just skimp on that. Instead, we'll not die, not fall for that. He saw me! I couldn't tell with your cool shades, bro. This is here for that, so that he can't see me. Oh, God. No, 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 no. I can't make jumps, no! The movement penalty killed me. Oh, didn't get this before. Give me my fried foods and don't tell my personal trainer. Lesson learned, I don't outreach squats. Just go over, shoot them point blank. It's the only thing you can do. There's still a few bad guys. Oh, excuse me, Marina. I didn't realize I was such a hack. I don't want to use my splashdown in case I need it later, so I'm just gonna hold on to it. Because these guys will be easy enough to take out from a vantage point. Yeah, that guy by himself is fine. Nicely done. Here's a launch pad. Good thing I didn't use it. This looks hairy. Octobomber's on the left, Octomander and shielded Octotroopers on the right. This is getting ridiculous. Buckle up, bucko. Looks like quite a party, you're telling me. I could always disarm the Autobomb, or the Octobombers. Time to crash it. Oh, bomb launchers, so I was intended to use that sooner. Okay, well, let's just do the old combo of the curling bomb together with the miss. Back down for the bomb launcher I go. I think that just did a bunch of nothing. I think I nicked this guy's cheek a little bit, but that was about it. At least his wife will be mad when she comes home and sees enemy ink on his collar. Way to take the high ground. Use the turf to your advantage. Sick moves, 8. And hi, bye. I am not messing with you. These guys got shields. It looks like I made the right choice. The special up here enables you to just take out all these shielded guys from the back. Nice. Looks like, yes, I do need to kill every single enemy to move on. Oh, kid. Oh, look at him. He's actually shaking a little bit. I would be too! This side's clear. Where? Oh my god. Was there? There was like one little guy hiding in the ink hoping that I wouldn't come back and find him. That's pretty cute. Onto the launch pad. And as always, I curling bomb into it. Feels so satisfying to do. I haven't had a lot of sub weapons lately, so that's a really nice change of pace. Boom. That fills things in quite nicely. This whole area is looking pretty done within the square. I just gotta do this one little red and we're good. Got some moist and chewy memories for you today, Iso Padre. The key. Beneath a summer sky, I walk. Through valley, plain, and back again. Dreaming of what you might unlock. Encased in sturdy sphere of glass, it breaks my heart to see you caught. With whiskers trembling as I pass. That didn't quite rhyme. I'm sorry, that one doesn't count. I'm gonna call you out on that one, as though I'm a master of poetry myself. For now, we go back to Inkopolis, and we learn. Yeah. We all are pretty amazing. I can sense that you have a controller in your hands. I'd like to talk about your controller delivering its signal to your game console to your television. The science of input delay. I want to get an idea out of your head right here, right now, that input delay is the main reason that you keep losing your games and is affecting your gameplay by so much. That would be true if input delay was a problem that only you were dealing with. In reality, everyone is fighting input delay at all times, even people with expensive gaming monitors. Splatoon 2, by default, has 6 frames of input delay. Simply put, every game is going to have some form of input delay because the game has to calculate your inputs and translate those into animations on the screen. It's just the way that reality works. Certainly that can affect games once in a while, but everyone's on at least somewhat of an even playing field thanks to that alone, and while it might affect the results of a game every once in a while, I don't think it's nearly as often as people think. Can you really react to something 1/10 of a second faster than another person? I kinda don't think you can. What you can do to mitigate it is try out different TVs in your house to get the inputs feeling as clean as possible. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that your 80-inch 8K TV that costs $6,000 and has a game mode on it is going to be good. Most TVs are movies first, everything else second. Your huge, expensive TV is not the optimal way to play video games. Even removing the input delay from the monitor, which is probably going to be pretty high, your eyes need to shift further to see different information on a larger screen. So you're better off playing on a small monitor that is optimized for gaming. As an affordable option, maybe you have a PC monitor with speakers on it and an HDMI port. That'd be a pretty good place to start if you already got one laying around the house and don't want to buy a gaming monitor. Beyond that, if we were to say, go into system settings, you might notice that there is an option that enables your Pro Controller to work wired instead of wireless. This sounds great and like it would lessen your input delay, but alas. The Switch ain't wired, the Switch is weird. Doing this option actually adds 3 frames of input delay over Bluetooth. As a final unrelated point, there are some third-party controllers like the 8-Bit Dough that advertise lower input delay as a selling point. And I've heard some competitive Splatoon players speak positively of them. But speaking for myself, I have had bizarre experiences with these controllers where they keep trying to sync to my system by themselves when I'm not touching them, and I don't know why. I've also had times where they have synced to player 1 and player 3 at the same time, skipping over player 2, and I don't know how a controller is able to do that. It's not a problem that I've heard of other people having too often, but I still wanted to include it because I see this controller as the magical solution to input delay, and for you it might be. I've heard a lot of positivity. I just wanted to let you know that I have had a negative experience with them when you're considering it. Now that said, it is time to learn with our minds. An initially disliked weapon that ended up being played, the Tenta Umbrella. It provides the ultimate defense. First, I want to get the worst thing out of the way, the speed. Everything is slower and more easily read than on other weapons. The shield is slow to come out and travel. Shooting comes with a long delay and short bursts of droplets, even if the range is upper mid. Then there's a long ink recovery lag after shielding. It's awkward to say the least. If it connects, the damage is bizarre, but can be rewarding. Minimum damage is 17. But maximum damage, that's 119! Let me explain how the heck we got those numbers. It shoots 7 pellets, and each one that connects is 17 damage. And this data is constant. There's no damage fall off, ever. It's extremely unlikely to actually land every one of them unless it's point blank. Plus, the enemy has plenty of time to react before it fires, but it slays in blaster-like times if it lands. I find generally when it doesn't, it comes out to a 2 or 3 shot finish, which is unbearably slow if it attacks alone. It can shoot 9 times before needing to refill without ink savers. A consistent weakness across all 3 sets is mobility. It's a heavyweight, and none of the 3 sub-weapons offer a way to create ink around itself quickly. It's necessary to shoot to get through enemy ink. Thankfully, the shield and shots paint all around the user, so dry feed is not an issue. Now for that defense. The canopy costs 41% of the user's ink to deploy and takes almost a full second to detach, since shooting to open the shield first is required. If that hill can be crested, then no Brella is better at supporting its team. It's extra wide, protecting from multiple sides, has 700 HP, you know about object damage being variable, and is unlikely to ever be destroyed by a single opponent. You can protect a target or given pathway from practically anything that isn't a blaster or a bomb attacking over it. As for launching the shield, in a word, yes, that's the weapon's specialty. It takes just under 2 seconds to be launched, but the fact that it can move forward while being so hard to destroy stalls for time and is essentially free points in ranked. Damage received is roughly half after being detached, just like the Splat Brella. They're the only 2 weapons with this property, so it was worth reminding. In addition to doubling its durability, the shield doesn't disintegrate for 6 whole seconds, then returns in about the same amount of time. Treat yourself and the shield as 2 halves of the same player, reacting to their movements and attacking either from behind it or moving in a way they wouldn't expect while the shield keeps them busy. Playing this weapon well is to keep people guessing where you are. Deploying the shield at key times to just say nope to any kind of attack is the most important thing. The long startup time and high ink usage are the obstacles in the way of that. This is a weapon that just feels slow at everything, and sure, it is. It can take a lot of practice to even get a feel for how much damage an enemy took from an attack. It's about playing the tactics game and figuring out when to use its tools. Basically, this is a weapon that pushes the line forward, moving into enemy territory. Share the shield and think about the greater good. Almost always go with somebody or another and create openings. Its sub-weapon is Squid Beacon! 0 chance of using the shield within a short time after using the beacon unless a special is used, so it's risky to use this close to the action. Instead, try to lay these down whenever your services aren't needed, so the team has an easy time coming back in. Besides that, it's a nice, convenient way to retreat if there's just not much left for Brella to contribute because a fight is done and it won't be able to win when clearly outnumbered. This is a good time to mention the possibility of getting a head start on deploying the shield during a super jump, mitigating some of the startup. Hold that trigger on the way in to either defend yourself or the teammate you were jumping to. It might even point blank a spawn camper like a blaster can when coming out of a super jump. On the flip side, deploying the shield and launching it can buy time for a super jump away. Bubble Blower! A special that functions as a shield for the rest of the team too? Well, we're really annoying to kill at least. It's way simpler to get 119 damage with a single shot than in other situations. While the rate of damage is poor, it can still sustain a bubble fairly well. Besides that, there's the option of launching the shield and then using the special from behind it. You're less vulnerable this way, and the bubbles collecting contact damage with the shield can really add up. Bubble blowers force openings and provide yet another defensive measure, forcing enemies to tire themselves out to do much of anything about you. Swimming with the bubbles, then activating the shield from the free reload allows for long pushes forward and for the enemies to back up. Use this in thin areas and they'll be near powerless. 200 points is a pretty high charge for how slow the paint comes out, so be wary of that when picking it. This weapon is at its strongest if it has teammates to play off of and support, but is borderline pitiful if it doesn't. Without a team that knows how to work off of it, it feels like playing a worse blaster. It's awful to try to do damage and use the shield without some sort of attacker to keep the enemy distracted. You complement one another to make this weapon. It's a cure for loneliness. Main power-up on the Tenta Umbrella is additional HP for the shield. Stacking this can be a staggering 43% increase. That's over 1,000 HP. Great effect since it likes shielding more than anything else. Maybe not worth the going overkill and stacking only that, but it's worth carrying a little bit. Suction bombs are one of the few things a Tenta Umbrella fears, and this lessens that weakness. I wouldn't recommend this weapon at Turf Wars in the slightest. When team coordination isn't a thing and there's no goal to protect, a giant ink-hungry shield is without much to really do with its capabilities. Squid Beacon as its sub and Bubble Blower as its special are doubly unhelpful with some random teams. They can have beacons of their own or just pop bubbles you had a plan for. Whether it's Splat Zones, Clam Blitz, or Rainmaker, the Tenta Umbrella can either stop an enemy dead in a narrow space or create openings for the team. Second up, Tentacam Umbrella! Defense from the sub-weapon instead, Splash Wall! I feel like this is kind of unnecessary. It's a defensive shield that takes time to deploy in return for 60% of the ink, but doesn't move, and that's what the whole point of the Tenta Umbrella is. It's basically the main weapon again, just without having to shoot first in return for it having less health. Without ink savers, it cannot use both shields in succession, and both pieces have long ink recovery lag. About the only use this has is to preemptively stop it from being rushed down and swim away, or as an alternate shield that blasters and bombs would have a harder time getting past. It doesn't give the weapon something to contribute when it's not the right time to shield something. And we have Curling Bomb Launcher. I guess it grabs control of an area of the map and pressures. Painting and object damage aren't really a strength of other Tenta Umbrellas, so that's certainly a new one. It actually turns the Tenta into an aggressive painter. Deploy the shield as it moves forward, spam the bombs from behind it, and shoot anybody who tries to flank the shield. Just remember, no shielding is allowed during the special without wasting a huge swath of its time. More than that, it's useful for cutting off enemies or launching bombs at objects for instant damage, giving it some aggression from a distance. The curling bombs together with the shield launch means it'll be covering an entire splat zone effortlessly. Also, the special isn't the best in all modes, but it is a non-committal free reload if you just need a shield usage. I'd bring up other weapons with this special and compare them, but it's only held by this and the Aerospray, so this is a valid reason to pick it already. I would say this is more of a Rainmaker and Splat Zones focused weapon, certainly a strange one if not played on a flat stage. Tentacam Umbrella. Wow, that's a good looking Brella. Ink Mine! More awareness is always a good thing. Tenta Umbrellas are pretty well suppressed if snuck up on. The damage is nice, able to certainly reduce the number of hits to splat when the damage has such a great variable. You get 2 of them, so place them in choke points or in the zone if that's your mode, or on whatever objective for that matter. It changes enemy behavior and suppresses them, fitting for a pure tank. It also points them out to teammates, making you more effective at support than the other sets. And we've got Ultra Stamp! Been seeing a lot of you lately for a rare special. While not always the most helpful of the special weapons, we've got something big on offense. While risky, it's sometimes possible to activate at close range to turn the tables. It's valid to activate it mainly to throw it. Not a whole lot can outrange that. Besides that, it pushes into enemy territory with a shield from the front, which is precisely what this weapon likes to do anyway. I like the combo well here. It doesn't use up a lot of ink, and it has other uses than just acting as a shield. Just be wary of how vulnerable it is if anybody is left alive nearby when the special ends. It covers the weaknesses of object damage, able to just do a huge burst against something or push through bubbles, destroy Booyah Bomb shields, or squash a bomb launcher. It might be worth playing this in Clam Blitz or pushing into enemy territory multiple times as necessary to score points. I can't wait to pitch my tent all over this. Do. Tower control. That is not what I was hopeful for. Hope for? I'm wearing almost the same outfit from yesterday, except now I have an office job, as evidenced by the shoes that are not debatable in the dress code. First match of the day, and it's gonna be a win! Trust me, tower control on Starfish main stage. I was hopeful for Rainmaker, maybe Clam Blitz, and Probably below that, Splat Zones. Tower Control was the mode that I was least hoping would come up. It's not that it's anything wrong with it. We can definitely make it work, at least to some extent. For my build, I have chosen to go for main power-up to give myself more health. That didn't go as planned, now did it? I've also gone with comeback and a little bit of quick respawn. I thought since whenever our shielding doesn't exactly pan out, that could be good. We can pull out the shield before, wow, great usage of the shield there, me. I was really hoping to get up on top of that ledge. Already got it back, thankfully. Let's pitch the tent. I'm thinking of that Calvin and Hobbes skit where Calvin says that when they said to pitch the tent, he threw it away. Used that one a lot as a kid. I stole a lot of jokes as a kid. And sometimes I probably still do subconsciously. I always wonder about that, how many jokes that I've actually heard before in my life, and then I just, you know, the memory is still there, but I'm not aware of it, and then I just told the joke again thinking that I thought of it. It's happened to me more than once. You want to go there? Want to go here? I got more range than you. So does everyone else. Flash Blaster ain't that reliable in that way. I'm gonna get on. I have my shield back already, even though the old one was still there. Ah! You were peeking! You were peeking! I want to tell you about a weird, unorthodox weakness of the Tenta Umbrella that I don't really see brought up much. It's expensive. It didn't really warrant bringing up in the weapon bio, but there's one Tenta Umbrella that I think is like 35 grand at Ammo Nights. It's the most expensive thing that you can buy there. And it's just really bizarre. It's something that I could see being a weapon that you wouldn't be able to afford every kit of as soon as you unlock it. Okay. Okay, good. Ha! I just wanted to keep that in front of me for a little bit longer. Ha! Nobody behind me. We need to deploy the shield. Enhancement field deployed! Now you'll learn what he got smushed. I think he got pushed into my allies' bullets, actually, is what it was. Ah, no, I didn't get the bubble out! Wanted to give my teammates something to just hit them with once I was gone, because it was clear that my goose was cooked without a reload. Up we go! And down we go! What goes up, I must come down. Here we go. Got it. Stalling for time. It's what I do best. Oh, 10 points, 10 points, 10 points. I think that might be the end of, no, there's still a guy there. There is still a guy there. I can deploy the shield partly on the way in my super jump. I can reduce the cooldown time and still die anyway. I thought that was coming, okay. Well, it was worth a shot. We still got a guy on the tower. Okay, we don't anymore, but we did. Had I been more proactive with placing my squid beacons close to the action as the line was moving forward, I might have actually done it. Good. Nice assist damage. Large variable on my damage. I'm not likely to do my one-shot kill or anything, but maybe it'll happen. Good shield, giving that to my teammate. And I'll do one behind me, just for safety. Ah! I don't know if I've actually been the one to deliver the final blow on anyone yet. I've just been really good at holding the line and annoying people, which is what you do. I wanted to say that the total cost of all the Tenta Umbrellas, going back to my point earlier, that can be, like, I wouldn't doubt if it's 6 figures. I remember that people were complaining when they released some of the new Tenta Umbrellas, they just couldn't afford them if they weren't already really high leveled. Okay, good. He's down. Wow, I can't believe that actually worked. The Fab Four. Always 4 of you. Always 4 people that I gotta shoot. It's never any different. Always 4 of you acting up that I gotta teach a lesson. Going in. We're going out. With who? For me to know. Getting little bits of chip damage. Can't quite get there. And if we could just get onto the tower. We got the tower back. That guy is dead. I don't know where the, oh. As soon as I said I admittedly don't know where the inkjet is, he comes right in the game. I was about to deploy my shield just in case, but we didn't even need it. Not a knockout, but a decisive victory no less. 2 times in a row, man. How you walked in to hear that. Oh, point blank, 1 hit KO, okay. Bank shot from the blah blah, but we're seeing every play that I like seeing. You notice that I didn't say that was gonna be a win. There was a reason for that. Oh, we had a sniper who did nothing. Is that a disconnect? Yeah, okay. No harm, no foul. Fancy usage of the shield there, me! That was bordering on art. Going to the grocery store! The only thing we ever did for fun when I was a kid. Seriously, we never did anything fun. My mom would always be like, oh, my coworker invited us to a party, so we're going this weekend. And then the weekend would come, and I'd be like, all right, when is that party? And she's just all like, oh, did I tell you we're not going because I'm tired? And I would be like, seriously? You say this every time. And I can't blame her too much for being a single mom. I understand it was a tiring full-time job, but especially when it was, you know, raising me of all people. But still, I don't know. It happened a lot. I got really tired of it always happening, just every time. And I felt like we never got to do anything fun. Anyway, I'm just making my way into the enemy base. I'm gonna launch these right here. Give my team. No! I thought I was below that in time. You gotta give beans. I no see anyone. Oh! Huh. I didn't think I had any damage on me, or at least not that much. They're about to catch us. First push was pretty good, but definitely not safe numbers. There's only one squid ghost there, so the other guy still, yep. Hit someone. Ah, someone is you. Launch my shield over that way. Just give them something to contend with. Gonna try to do some tower dancing a little bit. Just trying to stay on the tower as much as I can. Do that, do the other. And, oh, I popped some on my shield. They're dead. They got 2 up. We got all 4 of us. Okay, 3 out of 4. That ain't bad. 49. Ah, they didn't tower down, so they just got off the tower. If a tower is moving, you can sometimes stay on the tower when they're tentamissiling you. It sometimes is worth trying just to see where the spots are going to be on the ground. I usually kind of like getting into the back corner of the tower on the ground that is most likely going to not have tentamissiles on it by the time it gets there, you know, kind of leaning into the direction that it's traveling in. I don't care that I'm tagged, it's fine. Weird time to splash down there. We actually saw the splash down invincibility, which is usually not the easiest thing to perceive, but it was, my shot was perfectly timed to activate it. Okay. The guy's just giving me a show. He's just dodge rolling all over the place and not really doing anything. Nah, not really feeling a super jump right now, sorry. I'll do this. I said I'll do... Someday I'll do it, right? There they are. I see it. Oh! I gotta give beans. I must give beans. I'm not giving thanks. Gotta do the bean. Not there. People are using my things. Oh Finding enough ink to use all of my tools has been a challenge. Point blank! Point blank! Certainly wasn't hitting him before that, so I'm pretty sure that was the one-hit kill. Oh no, I don't wish to give beans. I don't wish to give beans. No! I thought I'd given enough beans for today! You're taking all of my beans! Sooner or later, I won't even have beans. No! Frick. Giant blasts of balls out of the Luna Blast. What are they? Huh. Oh, they were throwing something, but just holding it. Okay. Probably just a sub-strafer. Just holding the button down all the time. That's not good. We only got 2 up. They only have... Beans is the only one left alive. And not anymore. I don't see anybody who was super jumping to Beans. I think that was a party wipe. I'm gonna do this just to be a jerk. I might stop a one-hit coming in from the side or something. Shield's back up. I'm gonna launch that this way. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were gonna do that. 1 second. They're on the tower. $20 kills? 20! My rank is in very deep doo-doo. Oh my god, while I was doing an example of that happened. God, why is the Elder Stamp so funny? Yo, what's up? I'm hanging out with my meebs. That, I believe, is all for the time beam. Okay, I'll stop. Next time on Splatoon 2, it's time for the most basic weapon that we have not talked about yet. Somehow it took this long to come up in unlocking order. See you guys then!